Guys, there weren't balance changes, but they accidentally nerfed the Evolve Bomber the same time the Chef update came out. So let me explain. Basically, guys, the Evolve Bomber no longer gets 2 bounces on top of towers, which is a massive nerf. And oh my gosh, we're literally playing against Mogi right now. This is absurd. Our first game of the video, I'm literally against Mogi, the guy that literally has won 2 world finals. He's finished #1 in the world, and we also happen to not have our fisherman in cycle for his hog rider, so that's fantastic as well. But essentially, I'm going to be testing out the Evolve Bomber to see if it's still decent. Because remember, it was quite potentially the most broken evolution in the game, or at least top 3. And now that it only gets 1 bounce on top of the towers, I think it's going to be drastically worse. And actually, I believe it only gets 1 bounce on top of any target. It doesn't even matter if it's a tower or not. So what I'm saying is, there's some rare scenarios where it might get 2 bounces on top of a tanky unit as well if the first bounce is kind of in the front and then it bounces towards the back of it, if that makes sense. So what essentially happened was they meant to do this when the balance changes dropped next month in January. That was the initial plan, but somehow this snuck through the coding or something, and no one heard anything about it for the most part. So people have just kind of been wondering why the heck the Bomber has been worse, and no one has really kind of given an explanation. So that's essentially what happened. So if you guys were wondering, playing the Evolve Bomber yourself, like wondering what's going on, you're not going crazy. It actually is worse, and I figured it would definitely be worth doing a video on this so people are aware of it before the 20 win challenge, because I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of people were planning on running the Evo Bomber for the 20 win. Unfortunately, the Ram Rider doesn't make it. We actually will be able to get our King Tower activated here finally. That should have been done a long time ago in my opinion, but yeah, anyway, we got to really focus up here because we're against Mogi. So this is not going to be an easy task, but I mean, I think this is definitely a winnable matchup, especially because I do have arrows for the Firecracker, which of course is really nice. So let's just get a Bomber going. Same lane as his Ice Golem, and then let's see what he wants to do here. I think I'm going to get a Ghost going. He's going to go in for a Firecracker. I believe he's just running the regular Firecracker. I don't think he's got the evolved version because he's using the Evo Skellies as well as the Ice Spirit, and last I checked, you can only use 2 Evos in your deck. So we're not going to have to worry about an evolved Firecracker, which is really cool, of course. So we're going to get a Rage going here. Got to watch out. Maybe Fisherman on the Hog. It is going to get a couple shots. I don't know if there's really any way around that, but hopefully this counter push could be really solid. I want to get arrows going on top of the Firecracker here. He's going to get a cannon set up. I kind of want an Evo Bomber like this to kind of help. Yeah, nice. That's actually really solid. We're going to be able to take out the cannons. He's got a Fireball. Wow. I was not expecting that. This Evo Ice Spirit, I feel like, is going to clutch up so much for him. We actually do manage to... Wait, can this P.E.K.K.A. make it? Everything kind of died. That's a bit unfortunate. I'm just going to go P.E.K.K.A. in the back. The Evo Ice Spirit, man, is such a bailout card, I swear. Okay, let's see. Maybe we Fisherman this, and then we want to get a Bomber so that ideally doesn't get any shots on top of the tower. That is actually... Okay, hold up. Let's get a Gobstein going this lane, and then I think we actually want a Ram Rider with this. I don't know if he's going to be able to deal with this. Let's get a Rage going here. Bang. And let's see. Okay, that isn't going to... I don't know if he's going to be able to defend this or not. The level 16 P.E.K.K.A. might be kind of annoying. Ram Rider is going to charge. We can get a Fisherman going as well, just to be really annoying. Now we have a Fisherman in each lane. Going for another Ram Rider here, and this is looking really, really solid at this point. The Ice Spirit is going to hit that instead of the Ram Rider, which is good. Level 16 Ram Rider, and even though we're against Mogi, one of the best players in the game, we were able to get the win. Let's go. Alrighty, we're in our next match here. This guy's got the Dagger Duchess, so there's a good chance he's running bait because, or it could be the recruit bait deck. So I guess it is kind of a baity deck, but not log bait per se. So we'll get a Rage going here. And what was I going to say? So yeah, as you can see from that first match against Mogi, the Evo Bomber didn't really do much as far as getting damage on the tower, but it was really good for taking out those cannons in the middle. I believe it ended up getting on an Ice Golem, and then, yeah, that was really good. We took out the cannons, so I feel like it is still going to be a really good support card, most likely. Like, there's no way the Evo Bomber, I feel like, is going to be dead, but I just don't think it's going to be as broken anymore. But let's see how it goes in this match here. There's going to be a lot of cards where it's going to get good value against. We're against another Firecracker deck. This time, though, we're against a baity Firecracker deck instead of Hog Firecracker, so it should be a little different. That actually was quite a bad ability by him because it didn't even hit the Doctor, and I think he thought it was close enough to the Doctor, his rod, but apparently it was not He actually goes in for a Gob Gang here. I'm going to get a Bomber going to kind of just, like, help get rid of all this, because I don't think my Doctor would have been enough to deal with all that Swarm, and that's pretty decent, I would say. I don't know if I really want to go in... Oh, wow, he's got a Bush. Okay, I wasn't really expecting that. I might actually just Rage this. I feel like we just kind of need to... I did not really expect him to... I kind of would ideally not want to arrow that, if possible, to try to get, like, a counter push, but... Maybe going arrows on that would have been better. I don't really know. Let's just get a P.E.K.K.A going in the back. Okay, that's just going to get killed, so that's really decent. And yeah, the Evo Mega Knight, we're not going to really be able to break through that well, so we might need to hold off going in until that's out of rotation. Okay, we could get an Evo Bomber going here. And yeah, it's only going to get one bounce on the tower, like I've already said. Let's just try to do it. I don't know if he's going to predict it or something. No, it looks like he probably does not. So... yeah, as you can see, still good damage there. I mean, that's a scenario where I really feel like it makes almost no difference. And he's actually going to allow... I thought he was going to allow the P.E.K.K.A to take out the Doc, but he actually did protect with a Gob Gang, so I take that back. We're actually going to get a really nice ability here. I don't even know why he gave us that value. He probably forgot that I could use the ability there, so we're obviously going to take that. And now things are looking a lot better for us. I mean, obviously we do a P.E.K.K.A for the Mega Knight, which is definitely one of the best counters to the Evo Mega Knight, and I think that's the reason why... you don't see very much of it, just because the P.E.K.K.A is as OP as it is. So if we could get the King activated here, that would be fantastic. I don't know. Yeah, we should be able to. It's not going to lose too much of its health, I do not think. So that's going to be a nice activation there for us. And I'm going to arrow this Firecracker. I just want to get rid of it. Let's just do this here, pop an ability, and that should be stopped right in its tracks. And perfect. Perfect. Awesome sauce. Let's just go in for a Ramrider here. The Duchess is going to be dry by the time I send in the Ramrider, and there is no chance he's defending this. I'm sorry, bud. Pack it up. It is done. And as you can see, this Evo Bomber is going to come in, and yeah, the game ended. The tower was taken out before you saw it, but it only bounces once on the tower now. Alrighty, so we're in our third match here against this Japanese player, so let's see what this guy's got over here. We can just cycle a Rage to start things off, and he's going to go in for a Ghost, so I'll actually go for a Fisherman, because if I play a Ghost, it's not even going to, like... well, they're just going to both kind of run past each other. And, I mean, because... let's see, I'm going to P.E.K.K.A this. It's a little risky. I was going to say, because I have my P.E.K.K.A cycle, I think it's relatively safe going Fisherman, because I still have another counter to stuff if he goes in, if that makes sense. But I actually kind of messed up there, I feel like, a little bit. Well, I didn't know he had guards, but I still feel like that was pretty bad on my end, in all honesty. Is he going to just... okay, he does let that go. I was worried he was going to drop, like... something in front of that, but yeah, I mean, there's no way he would have done that unless he had like a giant or something. And I was thinking maybe there's a small chance he had giant, because the Evo Wizard sometimes is used with the giant, but this is going to be another P.E.K.K.A deck, so let's see how this goes. We go for a Bomber here, and then we probably want to get the King activated against this Ramrider. Hopefully he doesn't support it with anything. I don't think he's going to, especially because he just did that. So we're actually going to get a really nice King activation, and honestly, oh wow, he just messed up really badly. Wow, that was a massive mistake by him. I think he thought the NATO was going to pull the Fisherman, but he ended up, I guess, like, overestimating the radius, or he misclicked it, either one, and now I don't really know how he's going to deal with this. We could probably just Rage to take the shield off the Wizard, and then my hope is we can just kind of, like, nah, we can't take out the Wizard, but I don't even know why I'm complaining. We literally just took his whole tower, so... I mean, from a lot of these games, we're not even winning them from the Evo Bomber, we're just winning them from the broken Evo P.E.K.K.A, as well as the Chef, which happens to pair so well with the P.E.K.K.A. And if you guys are wondering, you guys might have already heard this, but the Chef is not in the 20-win challenge, so keep that in mind. You're not going to have to worry about it in that, at least, if you're someone that doesn't enjoy using the Chef or playing against it. You can just kind of completely disregard it. But, like I already said, the Evo Bomber will be in the 20-win challenge, the worst one, so you got to prepare yourself for that if you are someone that uses it, because it is going to be significantly worse. So, go Ghost here, same lane, and I guess we could probably just, like, arrow this. That's pretty decent value. And this is a scenario where I feel like the Evo Bomber is still really good, where you get this, like, lined up defensively, and it actually hits both, but unfortunately it walked the other way, so literally everything I was saying didn't end up happening. But either way, we're going to get the win. In my opinion, pretty good nerf to the Evo Bomber. It is kind of weird, though, that it was the only nerf that went through, and all the others, which we have yet to find out what they are going to come through in January. So I suppose it's a little unfair in that sense to the people running the Evo Bomber, that it's getting nerfed and the other broken cards like the Gobstein aren't, but I do think it was definitely a pretty deserved nerf in my opinion. Let me know what you guys think of the nerf. If you guys did enjoy the video, be sure to give it a like and subscribe if you guys are not subscribed already. You can use creator code BOSS to support me in any Supercell game, and thanks again until next time, guys.